Hello, my ladies. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Hadi, and if you're new here, welcome. So, I'm so excited to create this video. So, on this video, we will be talking about why you should never lower your standards as a woman. Like never, like nada. So, without fluffing around, ladies, let's get right in. So, have you ever been told that you are too demanding? Girl, your standards are too high. Girl, really? Your standard is just too high. Who is going to marry you? Girl, don't take it personal. In fact, it is kind of healthy as a woman for you to set your own standards and live by them. Women who don't have standards, they end up with just anything. Now, people usually talk about high standards when it comes to love and relationship. So, girl, you have been single for a minute and you are starting to doubt yourself, and you are asking yourself, will I ever meet this person like the love of my life? Will I ever meet somebody that will love me just like the way Russell loves Ciara? You are beginning to doubt even your own standard. People around you are just speaking like, girl, you need to put it down. You need to put your head down. There's no perfect man anywhere. Listen, darling. I'm going to give you some advice why you should never, ever lower your standard. And like I said, a girl needs to have standards. Now, before I get right into this advice I have for you, there's this quote I saw on Twitter, and I think I should read it to you. So, it reads, the disadvantage of not wearing a makeup and not making expensive hair is that you will end up with a lazy man who specifically target low maintenance ladies. So guys, my darling ladies, what do you think of this quote? Because I think it's true. You need to have standards. You need to know what you want as a woman. Because if you don't know what you want, anything will look like it. That is just the truth. If you want a tall man, you want a short man, a man who can provide, a man who has certain characters, a good man, a caring man, a loving man, my darling, it is fair to say it, write it down, and believe it, and stand by it. Because it's not worth it to go into marriage and at the end of the day you are with somebody who doesn't treat you right, who doesn't respect you, who abuses you, who has temper, who is just manipulative, who is toxic. Darling, what you want, you should stand by it and own it. So let me tell you about some of the reasons why you should never, ever lower your standards. Number one, believe you can. Listen, darling, likes attract likes. If you lower your standards, you will begin to attract the kind of men that you don't even want in your life. Deep inside of you, you just know that these are not your kind of men. But because you are ready to settle, because you want to marry, you want to stay in a relationship, you want to have family, my darling, marriage is a long-term thing. Think about it. You want to have children with this person. So don't be selfish. Think about your family, the kind of legacy you want to leave, the kind of children you want to have, the kind of environment you want your children to grow up in. You don't want to be with somebody that has a temper. And at the end of the day, it will be toxic to your children, toxic in the house, and screaming at everyone. You don't want somebody that is lazy, because that same spirit will pass on to your children. So that is why when you are searching for a mate, my darling ladies, yeah, it's the truth. Searching, not only men search. You as a woman, you need to look at this man. Is he even a husband material? So you don't attract things or kind of men that you will later regret, all just because you want to have somebody in your life. My darling, it is not worth it in any way. You should never lower your standards, as well as you should never settle for less than you deserve. You are an hardworking person. You are a good woman. You have your things and your shit together. My darling, you should settle for the best. So that it's not how long you live. They said it's how you live and what you left behind. You don't want to live the rest of your life with somebody that you are just thinking, why did I ever get married to this person? When you should have waited to marry or to get married to that person who would have treated you right. My darling, keep your standard as high as they are. Don't let anybody convince you to put your standards down. Be reasonable, of course. Reasonable standards, that is what I'm saying. Have a faith that is as strong as the mountain. Unwavering faith. The Bible talks about faith that is unwavering. Believe that you can, that you will meet the person that will love you. Speak it every day. Believe it every day. I might tell you this, my sister, you will meet the man that will love you, that will cherish you, and he will be the husband of your youth, and he will love you all the days of your life. My sister, it is worth it to wait for that man. I tell you the truth. Number 2, good things comes to all who wait. My darling, patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. That is a wonderful quote from Chinese.com. Listen, my darling, not seeing any result doesn't mean it's not coming. Just because you haven't met him yet, it doesn't mean it won't happen. Give it time with your good attitude, because there is always reward in those who wait and in waiting for the timing of God. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy being single. Live your life, travel the world, do the things that you've always wanted to do. Start your business, go to school, improve yourself, be the best version of your very self. Learn how to be a mother, be a wonderful daughter to your parents, be a wonderful sister, make great friends. Just do you. Don't sit around and just looking at Facebook, joining every dating site, hoping every date you go, you are hoping that this is the man for you. My darling, do not do that. Enjoy the journey towards waiting as you wait for this person that God has for you. Lowering your standards just to get faster or to get where you are going faster is not a solution, because you will reach a different destination and achieve a different result from what you really want. And that is not what you want right now, my darling. Have patience, have strong will. Don't identify yourself with the idea that by lowering your standards, you will get somewhere faster and easier. This way, the only thing you will get is just heartbreak, settling down with somebody that you don't want to be with, putting yourself in situations you don't have to be in the first place. My darling, love yourself. This is the time for you to embrace you and know you and love yourself. Spend your time doing the things that you've always wanted to do. Because when you have kids, you won't have the time for a minute to do the things that you want. Because your concentration will be on your family, will be on your kids, will be on your husband. And then you can travel like with family. Enjoy this time. Be positive while you wait. Now, number 3. Do not allow the opinion of others to control you.
If you listen to people and if you allow people to project their fears onto you, you won't live.
Honey, it is your life in the first place, and you have just one life to live. So why would you allow the opinion of others, especially when it comes to relationship, to determine who you have to be with, when you have to be with them, or why you need to lower your standard? Girl, really? Let me tell you this. A relationship where you are loved and cared for and cherished, and you for whatever reason that man comes into your life when you're in your 30s or in your late 40s, it is better than getting married in your 20s and being with somebody that is toxic for 5 years. It is better to be in a wonderful relationship for 20 years than to be with somebody that is toxic for 50 years. My darling, it is not how far, it is how where. Don't listen to the pressure of people telling you you are getting old, your eggs are drying up, or you are in the danger zone, you need to meet somebody. Sometimes, they are good women, really good women. They have done all they can do to meet somebody. They have done all they can to settle down, but it's not just happening for them. And my darling, you can't just go around proposing to men. There are women who are good women, wonderful women, who will make good wives and good mother. But no one has proposed to them. So what do you expect that person to do? To start going around and begging men to marry her? No. Let your standards be who you are. Your words should be your bound in the sense of your standard. If you want a Christian good man that is loving, my sister, don't waver. Don't entertain rubbish. Don't entertain a man that would not love you, a man that will not call you, a man that will not provide for you, a man that wants to borrow money from you, a man that just wants to just use you basically for sexual purposes. My darling, leave your standard the way your standard is high. People will project their fears into you. Know who you are. Know the God that you serve. Know the energy that you have. That what is yours will not pass you. The life that God has for you, my darling, it will not pass you. Marriage is not something you just do and marry. You marry the wrong person, you will suffer. Not just financially, emotionally, you will suffer. Because you will be with somebody that doesn't even sleep at home. Somebody that prefers the street life to you. Somebody that will cheat on you again and again, disrespect you, disrespect your family. It will not care about you when you are pregnant. It will not be there by your side. It will not support your dreams, all because you want to get married. You listen to people's words, my darling. It is your life. Stand by what you want and don't waver. And trust and believe that God, the universe, whatsoever you believe in, that it will bring your own partner to you. And for whatever reason you want children, foster them. There are children who need home. If you have a wonderful home and you have a house and you think you can, why not? Be a blessing to other people. Use that time to bring children into your home and learn how to be a mother if that's what you want. While you are waiting and actively dating and believing that yours will come to you and love you for who you are. Never lower your standard based on the opinion of others. Number 4, know what you want. Now, if you don't know what you want, avoid the things you do not want. That itself, my darling, is a good start. Let me say this to you. I have this friend here. She was single. She was in her 30s and she wanted to get married. And she just knew what she wanted. And one of the things she told me she did was this. She was living, she was single. She was living in a one bedroom apartment. She would speak it like there is a man in her house. She would be like, babes, she'll be calling out her husband. She was acting like she already has what she wants. So, babes, please, can you help me with the water? Babes, can you help me with some Coke? She would be like on the phone. Oh, honey, like she was talking to a man. So, how was your day? So, what are you doing right now? Oh, so how is your business? So, she wanted a businessman. So, she would be talking to him on the phone, asking him about her business. She was projecting that energy of what she wanted. And she was saying all these things. She wanted to travel with this man. That would be her husband. She said before she would sleep every night, she would visualize herself with her husband traveling the world. She would see it. She would feel it. She would act like he's on the bed with her. She would talk to him. She would speak to the side of her bed like a man is there. That we made plans together. She was believing that if I believe that I have it, then it's already mine. It's just basic truth. If you believe that is already yours, then it is yours. Because if you think that you have it, then you do not worry. All you do is just to praise and thankful and just know that it is already yours. And that is what she did. And it took about 6 months. And she met the man of her dreams. He's a businessman. He's a religious person. He's a doctor. Yes, he is a doctor. He loves her. He cares for her. And she's a lady that is in her 30s, pushing to her 40s. And he's a man that is in his 40s. He has never been married before. And as I'm speaking to you now, they have a child together. They did IVF together. Listen, my darling, don't let anyone pressure you with their fears. Know what you want, the kind of person that you want, and just begin to speak it and begin to believe it, and it will happen for you. Do what you love and fulfill your soul. Know that what you want to achieve and just go for it. Don't lower your standard just to match other people's standards of expectations for you. Don't lower your standards just because you are lonely or dating doesn't work for you at the moment and you are just like, okay, I will just go for this guy because he seemed to like me. Darling, we all will come to your marriage. We will eat your food. We will drink your drink. We will go home. You are the one that will live with this person. So why would you want to stay with somebody that you do not like? Don't lower your standards for anyone, for anything. Know what you want, my darling. It will happen for you. Let your faith be the driving force that brings this person to you. My darlings, if you have watched this video to this stage, and I'm so thankful, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video as it will help my channel to grow. And I'll see you on my next one. Adios, my people.